my name is Joe. Welcome once again to my YouTube channel and another video about narcissism. In this video, I just want to take a look at how do you handle gaslighting. When you are being gaslighted by a narcissist or by somebody who may not be a full-blown narcissist, but they still gaslight you, how do you handle it? Well, the first thing I would say is you never, ever answer the gaslight. So let's just go through a few examples. Let's just say somebody says to you, "What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?" You're just sitting there. What's wrong? Are you all right? Okay, that's a gaslight. Unless there's something overtly wrong with you, that you are physically in pain or that you look as if you are suffering mental anguish, and somebody has a genuine concern for you based on those feelings and what you are emoting to them, unless that is the case where they can genuinely say, "What's wrong? Are you okay there?" But there's a valid reason. It falls into the category of gaslighting. So you might be just sitting there minding your own business, just chilling, and somebody says, "What's wrong? Are you all right?" That's a gaslight. So how do you handle it? You never ever answer the gaslight by saying, "Oh no, there's nothing wrong." Okay, now you're on the back foot. You are answering their gaslight. You are answering directly their question. You never do that. And so what I would say here is you gaslight them back. So if they say to you, "What's wrong? Are you all right? What's wrong?" What they're really saying is there's something wrong with them, and they're trying to palm it off onto you to make it sound as if there's something wrong with you. So this is what you say to them. "Actually, I was thinking the same thing about you. What's wrong? You don't look very well. Are you okay?" Now, when you do that, when you reverse the gaslight, what might they do? They might scoff or laugh at you. And they might hit you on the shoulder like, so they've re-gaslighted you using body language. When they do that, you return the gaslight. However they gaslight you, you gaslight them back. So what are some other examples of gaslighting? You know, Mary, when you walked in the room just then, you showed to me, Mary, that you have no respect. You have no respect, Mary. You looked over here, you looked over there, you looked over there. You didn't look at people in the face. So that's a really nasty gaslight. And it comes from a narcissist. So when they do that, what do you say? Do you defend yourself and go, "Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I wasn't trying to offend them. No, I just walked in the room and So you don't explain yourself. You look right at them and you say, "You lack respect. You lack respect." I mean, they're saying the same thing to me about you. When you've done the gaslight, then you look away or you get distracted on your mobile phone or you yawn. So you act disinterested. Now they're looking at you. They're still looking at you, thinking to themselves, "Good gracious me. I just gaslighted him, a real bad one. And there was no defense. There was no apology. There was no apparent suffering on their part. Gosh, what can I do now?" So what will they do then? They'll try to re-gaslight you and say, "Mate, look, you really need to see a psychologist. There's some Oh, I don't know. What do you do then? You pause? Yeah. Actually, would you like me to make this a psychology appointment for you? Sorry? So you return the gaslight. You never defend yourself. That's the point of this video. Don't defend, don't apologize, don't do anything to answer their gaslight. You gaslight them back. And then when you've done it, you get distracted. When you're distracted, they're looking at you, hoping there's going to be a reaction, and there's none. When they walk into the room, they might give you a stupid look. Here's one that happened to me. My father, who is a narcissist, this is going back, decades. There are members of the family who I'd never met because it's a dysfunctional family. And at that time, he asked me to go to lunch because he was going to lunch with one of his sisters. He's got two sisters. He never sees them. But it turned out at this particular time, he remade contact with one of his sisters and he was going to lunch with her. And she was bringing her two daughters, who are my cousins, who I'd never met. So he asked me, would I also like to go to lunch? It's just going to be us, no girlfriends, no partners, no husbands, no whatever. Just us, the members of the family. Would you like to come? Now, I didn't really want to go, but then I thought about it. I thought, I'm curious to find out what these people are like. I've never met them. But I had a preconceived notion that it's not going to be good. So anyway, we went to this lunch, and as soon as I met these people, I knew there was something wrong with them. They hardly said a word. All they said was one word here, one word there, one sentence here, one sentence there. They were watching you. There's something off about them. Anyway, we went to this buffet, and at a buffet, you get up and you get your food, and then you come back to the table and you eat it. So I went up to the buffet, and just coincidentally, I was the first one back to the table. So there I was, eating my buffet, as I normally do. I'm a normal person. I eat normally. Nobody's ever made comment about my eating habits, nor should they. But I was just cutting my food and eating it. As I was eating, I could sense there was something just over here, just a few yards away from me. At first I thought, it's probably a pillar holding up the roof. It's one of those columns. But it was just there. And so then I was eating. I lifted my head, and it was one of these cousins who by that time was an adult individual. And this is what she did to me. That's how she looked at me. She was looking right at me, waiting for me to look at her. When I met her eye, she went, oh dear, here we go. So I thought, and this is before I knew about narcissism. She'd come back to the table, and coincidentally, she was sitting next to me, and then she started to criticise me. This is the way you eat, which was a lot of junk. A gaslighter. Back then, I didn't know how to handle gaslighting. So I remained silent, and I just ignored her. But if I had it over again, I would have gaslighted her back. But that's what you have to go through. Gaslighting comes in many ways. Words, body language, breathing, pauses. It's countless the way these monsters gaslight. But the point of this video is Never, ever answer the gaslight. Never answer their question. Never apologize. Never try and be logical and reason to try and find a logic and reason to try and explain that it's, what you're doing. Don't do that. You do what I say. You gaslight them back, and then you get distracted. All right, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like, share, subscribe, maybe comment, and I'll see you another time. See you later.